Okay, we're gonna talk about why Terence Bud Crawford is staying with Top Rank, and I'm tired of just addressing it on social media, addressing it in live chats and stuff of that nature, man. So I'm gonna address the whole scenario, and for everybody can grasp why Terence Crawford stuck with Top Rank. Goodfellas Sports TV, we in the building. Let's just cut straight to the chase, okay? Before Terence Crawford got with Top Rank, he was with a lesser promoter, okay? Don't know the name of the promoter. But I remember Nestor from the Boxing Voice talking about how good this kid was when he had dreads. He was going to be something. And I don't know how much he was making. I don't want to pocket count, but let's just say whatever he was getting per fight, it was nothing near six figures that he started getting with Top Rank, okay? So pretty much what happened was he was sparring with Timothy Bradley, I believe, and Bradley said, well, you a champion right now. But what I remember was Mikey Garcia was the one that referred him to Cameron Duncan. And he said Cameron Duncan, if my memory serves me correctly, he said, Cameron Duncan told him, is he any unsigned talent out here? He said, well, this kid, Terence Crawford, and Crawford got hooked up through Top Rank by them. Now, Crawford was not a highly touted amateur for whatever reason that was, or he wasn't a highly touted guy coming out the amateurs for whatever reason that was. You would have to ask him. But he always said, and I always catch him saying that he had a pro style. And he never had an amateur style. He always had a pro style. Usually guys with a pro styles and the amateurs, they don't get the accolades as, the other amateur style guys do. But he got overlooked. Okay. Cameron Duncan is the manager that works the majority of Top Rank's clients or fighters. Okay. So he went over there and signed a good deal. You remember his first fight, he was with Top Rank. He wasn't on the televised portion of the card, but he jumped up and he took on Breedis Prescott. Okay. So he took on Breedis Prescott. He had fought like 15 opponents. And I was asking a lot of people, I said, I was asking the question before he signed a Jose Benavidez the fight, and then the contract extension. I asked people, I said, well, Crawford then fought about 15 fights on the Top Rank. When does, his contract come up? And it can't, I was the one that was posting the question doing the videos. And apparently all of a sudden he signed a contract extension and then announced he was fighting Jose Benavidez on ESPN. Okay, and how it works is this, man, and I've really sat down and really put everything together about Top Rank and what Top Rank does and what happened to Vargas and what happened to Chavez Jr., what happened to Mikey Garcia. I mean, the list probably goes on and on. Is when you get to your last fight of your deal with Top Rank. For you to get that last fight, you either gotta sign a contract extension, which Bud did, or you got to go on the shelf, or you got to be put in an unwinnable fight, or you got to worry about getting robbed, okay? So that's what the scenario was. For Mikey Garcia, the scenario was you owe us one more fight from Top Rank. You go ahead and fight Yuriorkis Gamboa, and then you could be a free man. Mikey Garcia didn't want to fight Gamboa. I don't think if he was scared of Gamboa, but he felt that he shouldn't be obligated to have to fight one last fight because he didn't want to sign a contract extension. Or he might have said, well, I don't have one more fight. I lived on my contract. He took 2 years off, basically fighting the case. He eventually beat the case, got with PBC. Okay, Bud Crawford would have had to, do the same thing. Does Bud Crawford have 2 years to give out of his prime and the money to be lost for 2 years? No, Crawford got like 4 or 5 kids. He got a wife. He got a mama. Got a team they got to eat. So, a lot of people was expecting Terence Bud Crawford or expect Terence Crawford to, go sign with Al Hammond. It ain't that easy. He still had one more fight on that contract. And if he didn't sign that extension, then he would have probably been put on the shelf. They did the same thing with Jesse Vargas. You was hearing Jesse Vargas' name thrown around with fighting Jeff Horn, and he was going through a split with Top Rank. They said he was owed one more fight or something like that. And pretty much Jesse Vargas won, and Jesse Vargas got able to walk to PBC and then eventually walk over to the zone. Same thing with Chavez Jr. They kept it low key. Bob Arum claimed he owed him one more fight, and Chavez said, "The hell with you! I don't owe you one more fight." And eventually, he signed with PBC, and he got beat up by Fonfora. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's just how they playing. Okay, they not playing fair. So Terence Bud Crawford, so people wanted Terence Bud Crawford to sit out for 2 years and then, all of a sudden just sit there and buy himself out. No, it don't work that way. Okay? You know, same thing if you look at Nicholas Walters. Give an example after example. He wanted a certain amount of money to fight Lomachenko. Bob Arum said, "You gonna take this money or not?" Nicholas Walters didn't take the offer. 11 months, 10 months later, they came back and offered him the Lomachenko fight, significantly less offer than the original offer. So Bob Arum be squeezing his fighters. If you don't do what Bob Arum say, Bob Arum will shelf you quicker than some paprika, man. So a lot of people don't understand that Crawford was going to take 2 years out of his career. And remember, the majority of his first half of his career before he got with Top Rank, he wasn't making no big money. I guarantee you he wasn't making no six figures. He probably wasn't making $50,000, $60,000 a fight. You know what I'm saying? So you going to tell this dude, you know, let me sit on it, go sign to Al Heyman, take 2 years of your career, or 2 years out of your career and out of your prime, you know, and sit there and turn down a minimum of $3.5 million a fight. Nah. He gonna take that 3.5. He wasn't nobody out the amateurs who had a deal in his professional fight. He was making 10, 20 grand, whatever Oscar De La Hoya made in his first professional fight. No. That wasn't him. So when people say, oh, he should just go over to the winning team, come to Al Heyman, it ain't that easy, man. It ain't that easy at all. He has an obligation to Top Rank. And when he was down to his last fight versus Benavidez, he had to sign that contract or go on the shelf and prepare to fight for his career. You know what I'm saying? He felt loyal to Top Rank, for one, because it was the financial right thing to do. For two, they gave him an opportunity to fight on HBO when he didn't have that before. So it really don't matter to Crawford, man. I think his goal is to take his family out of poverty, and he's done that. 3.5 every time he step into the ring, minimum, for the next, 5 years. Now, after a while, it eat at you that, you know, the fans keep saying you ain't that good because you can't fight Earl, you can't fight Keith, you can't fight Keith Thurman, Sean Porter. And at the end of the day, I deal with that when I'm feeding my family 3.5 a fight. At the end of the day, you know, he just can't do that, man. And a lot of people don't know the business side and how Top Rank work. He can't just get up and walk away from that contract. Even if you wanted to, you would have to battle Walt Disney and you have to battle Top Rank. Right now, before he wouldn't have to battle Walt Disney, he would have to battle Bob Arum. So over one fight, he would have been out for 2 years. And then did he have the finances to buy himself out of that one fight? That's the question you got to ask. And was he willing to dig in his pocket and go to court for the next 2 years, every other week or every other month, fighting that, and then missing out on paydays? So pretty much, you depleting your bank account, but you ain't got no money coming in. Was he willing to do that? Did Al Heyman and Premier Boxing Champions even want Terence Crawford over there? It's the question. Or are they just happy with Keith, Sean, and Errol over there? You know, and obviously they're going to shut Terence Crawford out because of Bob Arum. And anybody with a human mind and human heart, they will feel why Al Heyman will shut him out. Hating on him, mad at him, sued him multiple times, had Oscar De La Hoya sue him, claimed that he was monopolizing boxing, claimed he was being the manager and the promoter at the same time, violating the Muhammad Ali Act. You know what I'm saying? If they had done that to Bob Arum, you know, and Bob Arum had all the horses on his side, and Al had one horse, he wouldn't let him in. Look what the Zone doing to Jamal Charlo. It's totally the same thing with Terence Crawford. So they want to ask the black man and Al Heyman to turn the other cheek and do the right thing for Terence Crawford. But, you know, Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya and John Skipper in the Zone, they ain't turning the cheek and doing the right thing for Jamal Charlo. You know, and neither will Bob Arum turn the cheek and do the betterment of boxing. We know that. That's just the situation that it is. And Bud Crawford, everybody's saying he can just jump out and do it. Like, at the end of the day, these dudes ain't never really dealt with no business bills out here. People don't know what Bob Arum do. And he waited to that last fight to re-up with Terence Crawford. Either you gonna take this fight, take this re-up and then fight Benavidez, or you gonna sit on the shelf and get your mind right. And Crawford wasn't about to just sit on that shelf. When you go eating steak and you eating, you know hibachi rice, and you eating a prong, and you eating, honey salmon, eating all the best stuff. You think you want to go back to eating sardines and Vienna sausage for 2 years and balling on the budget for 2 years? No. Asking people for money? No. Your coach got to eat. Your cut man got to eat. Your kids got to eat. Your wife got to eat. So it's a sacrifice everybody going to take for 2 years. And guess what? You might sit out 2 years. You come back and they set you up. All right, Terence Crawford, you fight Humberto Soto. You've been out 2 years. Your body might feel the same. You might get beat. And then you get beat and you don't even have the contract security that you have with ESPN and Top Rank. Where with Premier Boxing Champions, you're on a fight-by-fight basis. You come back after 2 years, Terence Crawford might be gone from the division. Keith Thurman left the division. Sean Porter left the division. So you finally get to the side of the street you want to be on, and all some people done got beat, some people done retired, guys done moved up. So now what? You look up Bruce Putin champion. You look up, Manny Pacquiao still with Top Rank, and this is hypothetical. You look up Ennis got a belt. You look up this guy. You're looking like, damn, everybody on Top Rank side. You done set up 2 years. People act like it's just an easy risk he could take. When 2 years, if you make 3.7, and even if you fight 2 times a year, that's $7 million. For 2 years, he missed out on $14 million. So you expect him to miss out on $14 million minimum? He probably gonna fight 3 times a year. So that's $21 million he missed out on. For 2 years. He can come back and physically not be the same guy. So people got to look at that like he can just get up and get on his Aladdin magic carpet and get a genie and wish genie for something. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. He is in a tight situation. Top Rank is not going to let an asset just walk out like that. Well, Mayweather got out to the con. Yeah, Mayweather is Mayweather. Mayweather had the help of Al Heyman. Well, why can't Crawford go get the help of Al Heyman? He probably could. But it's still going to require him to sit out some time. Or it's going to require him to pay back Al. So you rather pay money back, when you can just earn. You know what I'm saying? He got Bo Mack to worry about, his wife to worry about, his cut man, the other 2 coaches. He got nieces, nephews he got to worry about. He got kids he got to worry about. He couldn't afford to sit out 2 years. This dude wasn't no hot shot prospect. First 15, 20 fights of his career, whatever it was, without Top Rank. So I can't hold that against him. When people say, well, he should have signed with Al. It ain't that easy. It's not that easy. So people got to recognize they got to stop hiding behind that shit, man. Well, he should have signed with Al Heyman. No, he couldn't. He couldn't. I just explained everything you need to know. If you want a quick tutorial or a quick run by, well, Bob Arum, a.k.a. D.L. McQueen from Fight Night Champions, is a dirty dude, man. Either Crawford was going to sign the extension, or he was going to go on the shelf with one more fight in his contract and fight for his career in court and be out for an extended amount of time, maybe 2 years like Mikey. So you think Crawford got 2 years to sit out right now while he's 31 years old? No, he don't. You think he got $3.5 million to miss every year? You know what I'm saying? No. Well, $7 million to miss, possibly $10 million? No, he ain't got $10 million to miss. He ain't got $10 million to miss. He need his solar chips. He need his blue faces. You know what I'm saying? He need his big money. Any man knocking this man for going to get the money and not sitting on the shelf, you crazy. I just broke it down for everybody to understand. Once again, I appreciate everybody for checking in. It's Goodfellas Sports TV. Hopefully, everybody got a better understanding why Crawford went back to Top Rank, man. He didn't have nothing before them, man. Nothing. He came up getting 6 figures and now 7 figures per fight from Top Rank. PBC wasn't knocking on his door. You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is, man. Once again, Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship. Also, you can hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, won't miss another video. And don't forget our new series we started, Hip Hop 101 and NBA 101, our live hip hop and NBA live stream. Both playlists is in the description. And once again, I appreciate everybody that checked in Boxing 101 the live stream today. We're going to continue to hold it down as usual. And if you want to make a donation to the channel, that link's there as well too. Or you can just share the videos, man. Best